guys, it's Sam and Colby.
Today we're going to be reacting to all the things that we missed in our investigations of 2024.
And guys, just warning you right now, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the videos yet, go watch them first.
But guys, stick around because apparently this last clip is truly terrifying. Let's get started. Bobby Mackey's, there is a shadow figure sighting caught by Explore highlights.
There was a bit of light from the bar shining on this chair, and I noticed a shadow moving on it. And I was like, wait a minute. And I stopped my whole tour mid-sentence.
Something peeked its head around the corner of the archway.
Wait a minute. And I stopped my whole tour mid-sentence.
Oh!
Mid-sentence.
Oh my god!
Wait, what? How do we not see that?
I don't know.
The guy just described the figure right before.
The doorway on stage right or left, people will see an apparition either poking its head out or it'll do like a sidestep.
Oh my god!
What? That happened? We didn't even notice?
That is exactly what he described. Poking its head out or doing a sidestep like that. And that is exactly what that figure looked like. Wasn't he the only guy or no?
I think he was the only guy.
So maybe we're misremembering. This was like February or March or something like that. There was this guide who walked us through the tour, and then there was a security person, but the security person was in a van outside. But either way, if that is actually a shadow figure, the fact that he's describing it right before, and it's almost like calling out to it, it's like, oh, this is what he usually does. He's like, oh, let me show you exactly what he just said.
That's the part that like convinces me and freaks me out the most, is it's not like it did anything different than what the guide actually described.
Really good catch. I don't know how we missed that.
Dude, we watched these videos so many times, we have no idea. In jail was Mr. Nasty watching. So Sonic_Boomerang says, I commented.
They did say that, yeah.
They did.
They said that.
I commented on their latest YouTube video about seeing two faces above the REM pod around 103.45. I watched it multiple times trying to debunk it, but they weren't there. Then they were, then weren't again. It happened all so fast.
Two different faces above the REM pod. Okay, let's check it out. Oh my god. Oh! Yeah, it was only there for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh!
I see.
Oh yeah. Wait, that's terrifying. I mean, there's definitely possibilities of debunking that one, but what's crazy is we are trying to summon Mr. Nasty, and we actually got the REM pod to go off right as you see the figure. So like, if it were to be a ghost, it would make sense. But also, it could be the reflection.
Correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there two evil entities in that kitchen? It was like one specifically in that room and then one specifically in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So there's a smiley guy and then there's Mr. Nasty who's two.
Mr. Nasty was human. That smiling thing is said to not be.
So there was two faces.
Two faces with the two evil guys.
Oh god.
I just remember Geelong Jail being genuinely dark.
Yeah, it was scary. Never going back.
You know, it's kind of crazy that we miss all of these things when we're like watching our own videos back. What's even crazier is when they miss the fact that there is a fat subscribe button right underneath our video. Like, it's like literally right there. How are you missing that? This next one comes from the Hinsdale House. Songs from the Forest. User Not Your Local Alice says, in the very beginning, Nikki said that she had heard melodies or singing in the forest. And then in 4212, Colby said that the past owner would hear chants or singing in the forest. How did nobody even notice that? We're dumbasses.
How did we miss that?
Also, Clara, the first haunting that she heard sounded like a Gregorian chant or like a choir, a Catholic choir singing from the forest.
What?
Did you not hear that?
Nikki.
The music?
The music?
You're hearing
What?
It was like a melody, like melodic.
What? And it was Nikki that heard it too.
Yeah, everything was targeting Nikki.
That's crazy.
Right after she said that, we were like, let's go outside. And that's when we heard more things.
There was a shadow figure right there. I just keep saying shit in the corner of my eye.
Wow. Maybe that was just something that Nikki heard.
If she's the most empathic out of all of us, of course she's the one to hear the melodic chanting, just like the previous owners.
Beechworth Asylum, messages to Juicy. So Ray the Bean 2748 says, I don't know if anyone else heard it, but at 1 hour 13 when Juicy is apologizing for being loud and for the boys, before he says, what the fuck? There was a small noise and I swear to God, I heard, it's okay, like a whisper to his apology. And then Scuba Steve 3000 steps in and says, while Juicy is in the cellar, IDK, if anyone heard the whispers, but it sounded like you're dead.
Oh, so one of them was like, it's okay, Juicy, and then one of them was like, nah, you're dead. Let's find out.
Anyone in the basement, I did not mean to disturb you. Sorry about my friends and my loudness.
Oh, you hear it?
No, I missed it.
It says, it's okay. That's crazy because you can see him say, oh, what the fuck? But what in editing, me and you did not know what he was saying what the fuck to.
And he told us in person, I think we had this at the end of the video, that he heard something.
Kept hearing breathing, like heavy breathing.
In the edit, me and you were like, what is he hearing? Like, we can't 100% figure that out. Like, we didn't hear the voices that he was hearing.
Yeah.
But that's very clear. He's reacting to whatever that voice is. How did we miss that?
I thought he was just lying.
Here's the second clip.
Terrifying noise.
I heard that.
You heard that one?
Very, very faint. It's like, and it's like takes a really long time.
It just makes a lot more sense because the entire time, that was what Juicy was saying he was scared of.
Yeah.
And we just didn't know exactly what he meant by that.
It's so hard, guys. You're gonna really have to listen with headphones because there's so much outside noise. It was raining while we were filming this. So listen past the raindrops and all like the wet noises around Juicy and just listen closely to the actual voices.
You're dead, literally.
Oh my God! Indiana State Sanatorium video. Ali Rodriguez says you can hear it scream Colby and it sounds exactly like Sam back when they were investigating the witch's forest and they couldn't find Colby.
What?
What?
How do you remember this?
I don't even remember witch's forest at all.
Wait, why?
Because I got lost.
So you just forgot everything? Did you black out or something? What?
Is there anybody in this power plant right now?
What? Sound the same? Wait, let's re-listen.
Is there anybody in this power plant right now?
Oh!
I did not catch that the first time.
Me neither.
How did you guys get that?
That was you from the future, dude.
Whoa. Was it me for the future or me for the past?
It was you in the past, but your energy stayed for the future.
So like, that scream was traumatic enough to stay with us, haunting us for years to come.
How the f did we miss that, dude?
Time is a human construct. Erase that for a second. How do we know we're not communicating with the future? We think there's like receipts, we're talking to dead people. Yeah. Are you sure? What if we're haunting the future already and the future's manipulating the past?
Oh, wait.
Oh God, guys, this is so meta, but he's basically saying energy doesn't die. So like we could be communicating with ourselves in the future even though we don't know it yet.
Also, he's saying in that world, does time exist? Why can't all of time's energy exist on the same plane? So maybe even though it was 5 years ago, which is Forrest, we're hearing a voice that is replaying itself right now.
That is a crazy meta theory.
This is very, very deep. This next one is from Geelong Jail, Mr. Nasty's unheard threat.
Ooh.
So user CL Winchester 1641 says, at hour 14, anyone else notice the part when Molly asked, what are you really gonna do to us? And while everyone else was panicking at the loud thud they heard, Colby in the SS method said choke. That is so dang scary, like an actual threat. Did we not hear that?
Maybe we just didn't react to it. I mean, I was under.
What are you really gonna do to us?
What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Did you hear that?
No, what was that?
Oh, it's because we were reacting. Or you guys were.
Okay. So we did notice that because obviously we put the word choke there, so we heard it, but we didn't notice it in person.
That's crazy.
What's insane about Geelong Jail is every single thing pointed to it actually wanted to hurt us and attach itself to us at that little kitchen.
Dude, that kitchen was messed up.
Tommy, is that you? That kitchen was insane. And what's so weird is I think throughout the entire year, that one spot like gave everyone collectively like the most fear because it did seem genuinely threatening consistently for like 45 minutes.
Something was nasty in there.
Something. Oh my God! This is actually insane.
Don't do it. I just there's something demonic here.
For sure.
This show. Another theory at this Indiana State Sanatorium from Iana2898 says, is anyone going to talk about how at 4350 the spirit box says, hey Colby, and then immediately says, I like hanging out with Sam in a different, deeper voice, as if they were having a conversation. Then it says, your past, which could have been your past, you are past, which relates to the guy's theory.
I'm confused. Let's watch the clip.
If there's anybody here, you can come up to this device I'm holding right now and speak to us. Is there anybody in this power plant right now? I like hanging out with Sam.
What?
So
Can you repeat that? Can you say one of our names?
Crazy.
You're past.
What the fuck?
Interesting, like you are past.
You are past. You're in the past. It's so weird to try to like justify why all these energies would be happening at the same time. Like time doesn't exist in that plane. It's only in like the human world.
You let us know what you think down below. This is in our Gettysburg video. So Veronica Willis 8604 says, at 1:28, did anybody else notice Colby turned his head toward the noise when he said, "You hear that?" during the Estes method? Okay, I would not know this.
It was almost like you subconsciously moved over.
Is that you?
Literally footsteps. Right outside.
You hear that?
Oh my god.
Oh, where the footsteps were!
Oh my god.
The reason I'm laughing and smiling is because I, like, blissfully, in the Estes method, have no idea what's going on. So I'm, like, looking at scary thing, like, you hear that? And, like, nobody, like, I have no idea what's happening.
And it's so scary. Even if you didn't turn your head, the fact that the word that you hear right after we heard the noise, you hear that, that's genuinely terrifying in itself. But the fact that you like look over, you're actually becoming the spirit at that point.
I was the spirit.
Or the spirit was just like inside of you. Another one from the Hinsdale house. Did killing the moth actually endanger Nikki? True Stories Inc. 423 says at 23 minutes, the white moth landing on Nikki symbolizes protection and that she's being watched over. Thought that was quite cool since you just made an offering.
Not my pants are expensive.
Oh, it's a white butterfly. Come here, brother. Oh.
He likes you guys.
Step on the moth.
Aww.
You killed the moth?
It felt so bad.
Really bad about it, and I have a really bad feeling about it, and because like, he was my friend, and now I'm actually really upset.
No. And that is literally an omen of death. Like, we weren't kidding around when we were saying that.
It's an omen of death, but it's like a symbol of protection.
Yeah, I don't know. Can we look this up?
White moth symbolism.
Oh wait, white moths can symbolize purity, innocence, or clarity.
But it can also be an omen of death or ill wishes.
So that means that after the moth was killed, that protection is now no longer there.
So it was Emma's fault that Nikki didn't use protection?
Yeah.
So this is another Hinsdale house. Emma hearing voices that Nikki heard. Ethel Jung J5W says hearing the woman's voice at 101 and Emma pointing it out reinforces the times where Nikki and her heard things. Facts. Let's see.
Why are you still here?
Heal.
To heal?
Yourself or other people?
Yeah, how do you heal?
I heard like a little girl's voice again.
What? That sounded like a little rip.
You think
that did not sound like a...
You think that I was ripping behind the camera or something like that?
I don't know, dude. That sounded like you might have been trying to like push, but not like let it out like super loud. So like, I don't know, guys. That's just my theory.
Their theory is, hey, what about Emma hearing noises and voices and that corroborating with Nikki, meaning the house is haunted, and you're like, what if it's just a fart?
It could be, guys. Comment down below if you think it's gonna rip ass.
Investigating our house. This is actually on a React channel video. Flower11222 says, I love how Colby connects conjuring to, oh, because we conjured them. Like, what about the goddamn conjuring house?
What about it?
All of us?
So there's multiple. Conjuring? Did you hear that?
Oh my god.
Like we conjured them. Like there's multiple. Okay, how did I actually miss that, guys? Am I just stupid? Yeah, Conjuring House. It could be something from the Conjuring House. It could be Woods guy from the Conjuring House.
Are you the one calling us to the woods?
Yeah. Smile.
It's like all of us from the Conjuring.
They only have a certain amount of energy that they can use, and they're just like, we're from the Conjuring House. And I'm like, oh, so we're conjuring them up here. They're like, fuck, God.
I can't work with these guys anymore. God dang it.
Well, I'm glad you guys caught it. Now we know.
Our house is haunted by the Conjuring house. Great. I don't know how that happens.
That's not good. This is also from Indiana State Sanatorium, the truth about the river.
I feel like the last thing that it wanted to give us is what it was telling me, and it said leave forever. Yeah, I think let's try it one more. As you point to it, I want to hear something like clear as day.
River. Oh, what the fuck? That growl thing? What the
I don't know what it said, but that was a scary noise.
I remember how insanely scary that was. Because why did it say the river? As if like it was trying to be demonic and scary. Like all the other voices the entire night were like normal human voices. Did we talk about the river? Like what's the theory about the river?
An anonymous source sent our team the following theory. In the final Spirit Box session, it mentions the river. Many years ago, an 8-year-old girl accidentally drowned in a river very close to the sanatorium. Whatever was saying, it was him, or he's coming.
He's coming! He's coming! Holy fuck! He's coming!
Right after it told you about the river, might be connected to her. Years before, there was another report of a girl who went missing and was found days later in the same river.
Whoa!
The theory is what we were talking to and what we were getting at was a warning about the guy who was bringing people to the river and killing them.
I think so. He's coming, meaning he was the one that like killed the little girl in the river?
Yeah.
Does that mean he was gonna drown us?
Yeah, I think it was like a warning about like, hey, he's the one that did it, guys. Like there's this spirit, there's this entity, or there's this like negative thing.
I'm so glad we got out of there.
I thought I remembered something about that river being off, but we didn't include that in the video. So that's crazy that looking back on the research, it all adds up. We didn't even know that in the moment.
Wow, that makes too much sense.
Either way, I do remember at the end of Indiana State Sanatorium, it got very, very violent.
Very quickly.
Like, get out.
You go!
He's coming.
It's him.
Just a lot of threats over and over and over again.
Be warned. Moment of crisis. Leave.
Forever.
I have no idea how we missed all of that, but we are preparing for 2025 videos, so comment down below where you want us to go.
Hopefully you enjoyed that video, and if so, YouTube thinks you should watch this one next.